Doran friends.
Little Red Riding Hood, welcome to Doran Bedtime, where sweet dreams begin. Hello, my little friend. It is time to let go of the day. The sun has gone down and the moon is watching over the world. Lie down and feel how soft your bed is. It is like a warm cloud waiting just for you. Let's relax your body from your toes to your head. Relax your feet. 1, 2, 3. Relax your legs. Let them feel heavy and warm. Relax your knees and your thighs. Feel your tummy going up and down, like a gentle boat on a quiet lake. Relax your hands. Relax your fingers. Let your arms melt deep into the bed. Now, relax your face. Your forehead is smooth. Your jaw is loose. Your eyes are resting comfortably. Close your eyes softly. Imagine a deep, beautiful forest. The trees are tall and their leaves are emerald green. The air smells like fresh pine, sweet honey, and damp earth. In this forest, there lives a girl who is very kind and gentle. Everyone calls her Little Red Riding Hood. Let's follow her into the quiet, magical woods. Once upon a time, on the edge of a great forest, lived a little girl. She had a velvet cloak of bright red that her grandmother had made for her. She loved it so much that she wore it every day. One quiet morning, her mother called her. Little Red Riding Hood, she said softly, your grandmother is feeling a little weak. I have packed a basket with fresh bread, a jar of sweet butter, and some herbal tea. Please take it to her, but remember, stay on the path. The forest is beautiful, but you must be careful. Little Red Riding Hood nodded. She took the basket. It felt warm and smelled like honey. She stepped out of her house and began her journey. The morning sun was filtered through the leaves, creating golden circles on the ground. Step by step she walked. The forest was so quiet, only the sound of her little shoes on the path. Crunch, crunch, crunch. As she walked deeper, she saw the tall pine trees reaching for the sky. She stopped for a moment to listen. High above, a small bird was singing a lullaby. Tweet, tweet. The wind was dancing through the leaves. Swish, swish. She saw a small squirrel with a bushy tail. The squirrel was busy collecting acorns, moving quickly but quietly. It stopped and looked at her for a second before hopping away. She saw a small stream of water nearby. The water was clear and cool, flowing over smooth gray stones. Babble, babble. The sound was so peaceful. She sat on a mossy log for a moment and felt the cool breeze on her cheeks. The moss was soft and green, like a velvet carpet for the forest. She saw a blue butterfly fluttering slowly. It moved so gently, up and down, landing on a yellow flower. Little Red Riding Hood smiled and watched the butterfly. She forgot to hurry. She looked at the wildflowers, blue, yellow, and purple. I will pick a few for grandmother, she thought. She remembered grandmother's favorite flowers were the purple ones. She bent down and picked one, then another. She also found some wild strawberries, tiny and bright red, hiding under the leaves. The forest was humming a low, sleepy song. The grass felt soft under her feet. Everything felt safe and calm. Suddenly, a large gray wolf appeared from behind a tree. He did not look scary. He looked very calm and wise. "Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood," the wolf said in a deep, slow voice. "Where are you going so early?" "I am going to see my grandmother," she replied softly. "She lives under the 3 big oak trees near the blackberry bushes." The wolf smiled. "That sounds lovely," he said. "Your grandmother must be very happy to have a girl like you. Why don't you look over there? The sun is hitting those white lilies. They are the brightest in the forest." Little Red Riding Hood looked at the white lilies. They looked like small stars on the ground. She stepped off the path just a little bit to reach them. While she was picking the lilies, she saw a mother deer and her fawn. They were standing still, watching her with big, gentle eyes. They looked so peaceful in the golden light. Little Red Riding Hood whispered a quiet hello. The wolf moved away quietly, disappearing into the shadows of the trees. Everything was still. The wind whispered through the leaves, "Hush, hush." While the girl was picking flowers, the wolf went to the grandmother's house. The grandmother was sitting by her window watching the birds. She saw the wolf coming and quickly hid in a safe, quiet closet. The wolf entered the house and found it empty. He decided to play a trick. He put on the grandmother's nightcap and glasses. He climbed into the big, soft bed and pulled the blanket up to his nose. The house was very quiet. The sun was shining through the window, making the room warm. The wolf felt a little sleepy himself. The clock on the wall went tick-tock, tick-tock. The smell of lavender and dried herbs filled the room. Soon, Little Red Riding Hood arrived. She walked through the grandmother's garden. The garden had many roses, daisies, and sweet herbs. She reached the door and knocked softly. Knock, knock, knock. "Come in, dear," the wolf said in a shaky old voice. The girl walked in. The room was dim and cozy. She went to the bed and set the basket down. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," she whispered. "All the better to hear you with, my dear." "Grandmother, what big eyes you have, all the better to see you with, my dear." "Grandmother, what big hands you have, all the better to hug you with, my dear." "Grandmother, what a big mouth you have, all the better to eat these sweet cakes with," the wolf said. But just then, a brave woodcutter who was passing by heard the strange voices. He rushed in and saw the wolf in the bed. The wolf was so surprised that he jumped out of the window and ran far, far away. He ran into the deep, dark mountains and never came back to the forest again. The grandmother came out of her hiding place and hugged the little girl. They were so happy to see each other. They sat together at the small wooden table. The grandmother poured some warm herbal tea into flowered teacups. They ate the fresh bread and the sweet butter. The girl told grandmother about the blue butterfly, the squirrel, and the deer. The grandmother smiled and told her stories about the forest when she was young. The sun began to set, painting the sky in pink and gold. The birds flew back to their nests, tucking their heads under their wings. The trees stood still, watching over the forest. Now the story is ending. Little Red Riding Hood is back home, tucked into her own bed. Grandmother is resting peacefully under her warm quilts. The woodcutter is resting by his fireplace. The wolf is far away, sleeping in a quiet cave. The whole forest is now dark and quiet. The moon is high in the sky, shining like a silver lamp. You are here, safe and sound. Your blanket is warm, your pillow is soft, your breath is slow and steady, in and out, in and out. You are floating on a sea of stars. Your legs are so heavy, your arms are so heavy, your body is melting into the bed. Your eyes are closed and you are feeling very sleepy. Let your dreams be as beautiful as the forest flowers. Everything is okay. Everything is peaceful. The night is long and quiet. Sleep now, my little friend. Good night. Sleep tight. I love you.